Hello, everyone. How are you? It's Nurse Blue, America's Soul Health and Wellness Nurse Coach. I have a very powerful message for you tonight. Now, if this is your first time seeing my face, hearing my voice, I want to say, hey. And if you like, please subscribe to this channel if you want information from me about how to improve your life by increasing the vibration of your soul. Okay? I have a very powerful message because, guys, I've been looking back over this year because, we have less than 39 days before this year is over. Can you believe this? And it's been a tough year for me. It really has. I lost my dad this year, and I know a lot of people out here have had to deal with losses, whether it was a loss of a family member, a friend, a business, a relationship. And it's tough, right? I've had some major issues as, moving through losing my dad with my family members. It's been a battle of growth. And I was just determined through all I've gone through, I was not going to allow it to steal my joy, because my joy is my strength. And as we are wrapping up this year, I know many of us are about to get into a mode where we're going to start preparing for 2023, because this is a season where you start looking back over, what you did this year. Was it a good year? Was it a challenging year? What are the things you want to change this year? And for me, I have been preparing myself to become a new me in 2023. And I'm helping my clients to do that as well, right? But I know that there are a number of people out here that, you're that person that you're working hard every day to do the most for yourself, for your family, for your future. On the outside, it may look like you have everything. People admire you. You have the education, or you have the great job. You have the home. You have the business. You may have the husband. You have everything you've been told that would make you feel fulfilled, make you feel empowered, happy, but you're unfulfilled. I want to talk to that person, that my old self, okay? And whether that's a woman out here who can resonate with that, or even a man who you working hard to take care of your family, and maybe you don't feel appreciated, or maybe you don't know who you are anymore because you've gone through a major life change and you're trying to discover what's going on, or you may be someone who looks like you have it all, but truly you feel empty inside, and you don't know what to fulfill, how to fulfill yourself. You can't find fulfillment in relationships. You can't find fulfillment in making more money. You can't find fulfillment in buying more material possessions. And guess what? You can't find fulfillment in those things, because that is not where you're going to feel yourself. I know that because I was on that path for many, many years. I thought I could find my fulfillment in material possessions and owning homes and being in relationships. And I made the mistake over and over again, thinking that the answer was outside of myself. And I was thinking about this the other day, guys. It didn't matter how hard I worked. It didn't matter how hard I was praying. It didn't matter, how much I was believing, what I was expecting for. I just kind of found myself always returning to a place of feeling like I wasn't enough, or it wasn't enough, whatever I was doing. How many of you guys can relate to that? So what I realized is that I really identified with a story in the Bible. As a nurse and wellness coach, I am a healer, and I'm proud to be a healer. And oftentimes, I find myself looking at or studying what ancient healers, some of the modalities, both from the past as well as what I've learned here presently, that have worked. And I will tell you, I have always been fascinated with Yeshua and his techniques around healing, or I should say Jesus. I call him Yeshua because that's what his mother named him, right? But we know him as Jesus as well. And I went back to a story in the Bible. Some of you who are avid readers of the Bible, you may be familiar with the woman who had the issue of blood. That was me, okay? For those of you who may not be familiar, let me just take a moment to explain what happened there. So in the story, you can look it up, Mark chapter 5, I think it's verse 25. It's an interesting story about a woman who was suffering with a condition that she had been bleeding for 12 years, okay? Now, when you hear the story, you know, most likely you'll probably think she was literally bleeding. I don't think she was literally bleeding because we only hold 5 liters of blood in our bodies, and so she would have been dead, right? So what I believe is that what really was happening there was that her soul was bleeding. She had a soul injury, okay? And I am a soul health and wellness coach. So it interests me to really study this story. You see, the woman had been bleeding for 12 years and she had gone to all the doctors in the land. None of them could help her. As a matter of fact, her condition became worse. How many of you guys are going to your friends and talking to them about your issues? Maybe you have been, talking to doctors about your issues, maybe coaches, I don't know, but you're going everywhere to find the answer and you keep ending up back in the same space, okay? That was the woman with the issue of blood, okay? What was happening, at least what I believe would maybe happen to her, because that story has always touched my heart, is that what was bleeding was her energy, all right? How many of you, you're pouring your energy into other people, right? And you're not getting a return back for the energy that you're giving away, right? So her soul probably was injured, and that could have happened that injury could have taken place from a myriad of ways, right? Maybe she was born into a family where she wasn't appreciated, or maybe she was abused, right? Maybe she just didn't know who she was and no one ever told her who she was. Maybe she was doing the most, like many of you, and people weren't appreciating her. She didn't know how to love herself. Maybe she invested in relationships that over and over and over again that never went anywhere. Maybe she was involved in narcissistic relationships where she attracted soul breakers, right? People who broke her soul, or soul suckers, people who sucked her energy. I don't know. But many of us, women and men, are struggling because our souls have been hurt and we haven't taken the time, or we didn't know how to heal that part of ourselves. And so our energy is leaking, and it's been leaking for years and years. See, that was me. I was a person who was doing the most to feel whole. I was doing the most to be appreciated. I was doing the most to be seen. I was doing the most to receive love that I didn't know that was in me. And many people just suffer from not knowing that the true answer for all of the things that we're looking for outside of us is really in our souls. That's why I'm a soul health and wellness nurse, because what I've learned, guys, is that 98% of all disease, okay, 98% of all disease lies in our hands. Only 2% of disease, may come from some other condition. And when I say it lies in our hands, I'm talking about it's in our soul. It's a soul toxin. And I believe the soul toxins had taken over that woman with the issue of blood. But the story gets better. You see, there was a healer in the land, and his name was Yeshua, and his vibrational frequency, okay, the health of his soul, his energy, illuminated wholeness, right? And he was the answer for people who had broken souls. He was the answer for people who were suffering from soul breakers, from soul suckers, from just, he was the answer for people who were suffering and who had gone to all the doctors of the land, or who were looking for other people outside of themselves to heal them that did not have the capacity to do that. He was the answer. And so this woman was looking for Jesus. Jesus was, or Yeshua. He was walking through the crowd, and there were so many people that were following him because his vibrational frequency, meaning his energy, was so bright. Have you ever gone somewhere, guys, and you encountered an energy that was so powerful that it raised the feeling, it raised your own energy? Okay, just imagine that. And she was so determined to just be in his midst. She was so determined to touch him that she pushed through the crowd because she needed healing. And his frequency was so powerful that she just touched the hem of his garment, right? Because he was so powerful that all she had to do is touch and believe that he was the answer. And miraculously, she received the energy and was made whole. So because of her determination and her faith, she pushed through all of her excuses. She pushed through all of her fears. She pushed through all of the opinions around her and said, what do I have to lose? My soul needs an answer. I need an answer so that I can feel fulfilled. How many of you need an answer and you just want to feel whole? That was her. And that was you, and that was certainly me. The story gets better. So she touched the hem of his garment. She was made whole. And what cured her from all of it was the power of his frequency. His frequency, Yeshua's frequency, raised the vibration of her frequency. And that was the answer. So for all of you that are looking at this year, right, like I am, and you are examining what you did this year, and you're examining, did you make the most of the time? You're examining how you dealt with the blows of life. I mean, I took some big blows this year, and I still got a smile on my face because I will never, ever give my joy away again, okay? As a matter of fact, it made me so much more powerful to have gone through what I've gone through this year, that now I am fully equipped to help you become a new me in 2023. Because I want to show you how you can receive whatever you need for your life. That fulfillment is in your soul. I want to show you how you can love your soul back to health and find wholeness. I want to be your coach and your nurse to help you understand that whatever you're going through right now, guess what? It's an opportunity for you to get to know who you truly are in a state of wholeness. So as you become a new me in 2023, I want you to understand this. You don't have to have a broken soul. You don't have to be a lost soul. You don't have to have a hurt soul anymore. You don't have to have a dead soul. Okay? Only thing you need is someone to show you how to increase the vibrational frequency of your soul. And when you do, then you will become whole. Yes! Wholeness is the way, and soul health is how you get there. Okay? Now, let me just explain this to you. If you want to become a new me in 2023, you want to adopt wellness, and soul health needs to become your number one priority, honey. And putting your frequency first is going to be the game changer in your life, okay? Now, if you want to learn more about that, I want you to please click the link so you can get on my newsletter, because I'm going to be educating people about how to best take care of the most precious thing in your life. The most precious thing in your life is not outside of you. The most precious thing in your life is actually an invisible organ that controls all of this, called the soul. All right? And I specialize in it because for many years, I was the woman with the issue of blood. Truly. And I am so thankful that I had gone through this life looking for the answer, and the answer was becoming whole. That's the answer. All right. So I want to offer that to you. And if you're in the Chicagoland area, we're actually going to be doing some events in December to prepare you for how to become a new me in 2023. Okay. So I have a really fun experience where you can come and see how music can elevate the vibration of your soul. It's called the Blue Soul Experience. We're going to come together to create our 2023 playlist, okay, to increase the soul, to increase your vibrational energy, to help you have fun with a group of people who have decided that 2023 is going to be the best year of your life. And then the following day, on Friday, December the 9th is Blue Soul Experience. And then the very next day, December the 10th, we're going to have the soul massage, because you got to know how to take care of your soul, right? Your soul needs nutrients, just like any other organ. Your soul needs attention. Your soul needs restoration. It needs to be detoxed. And you may not know how to do all of it. But when you learn from Nurse Blue how to best take care of your soul, that is how you go to the next level in your life. And that's what I'm here to do. I don't want you to be bleeding out here, sister and brothers. I know. No. We have to become whole. And soul health is the last shackle that we have to break. If your soul is not happy, guess what? You're living in bondage. And only wholeness can emancipate you. That is your ticket to emancipation. Having a soul that is whole, having a soul that is complete, having a soul that is filled with joy and abundance is what you need. And not only that, baby, you deserve it. So if you're looking for the answer, that is the answer. That's the solution. The solution, because soul is in the word of solution. Well, kinda. But soul health is your solution, okay? So I'm so happy that you decided to click on this video today. Again, if you haven't done so by now, hey, if you enjoyed this message, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to learn more, and I look forward to serving you. And most importantly, I look forward to serving your soul. Bye-bye. Have a good evening. And stick around, because every day I'm going to start giving lessons on soul health. And you need to know how to take care of that part of yourself. Bye-bye.